Hey kiddos, y'all come on in the house because Paula's in the kitchen and I'm gonna share with y'all a recipe. Y'all have probably had it one time or another, and I'll tell you this, there's probably 100 different ways you can make this recipe. It's my tomato pie recipe. And a friend, Mildred, what was Mildred's last name? Oh, she was one of my very first customers, and she was the sweetest thing. And they were in the boat, something at Thunderbolt. I just can't remember, but she was the sweetest thing. And I was crazy about she and her son. No, that was another friend's son. See, this is what happens to you when you start getting older. Things just muddle together. But anyway, I have made this using like a ready-made crust that you buy, you know, that you use for one of those little, they're not pizzas, but what are they called, Teresa? You know, you buy the crust already ready, and
the one that's right in front of you?
No. This is a flatbread. I've made this on that.
Oh, wow.
I have made it on pizza dough that I spread out. So there's many ways you can make this pie, but I'm gonna share with y'all the way that we make it. And at the Lady and Sons on Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, we would always serve this tomato pie because it was so popular. And I'll tell you this, it's so easy. My recipe calls for peeled tomatoes. I don't normally peel them, but if you are gonna peel them, drop them in boiling water just for a second, and that skin will slip right off. It's so hard to peel a tomato. All right, so we've got a cup of mayonnaise. I think it's a cup of mayonnaise. You know, I just make this. I don't measure too much. No, it's 1 cup of mayonnaise, a cup of mozzarella, a cup of cheddar, half a cup of chopped spring onions or green onions, you know, the long green with the white, and 10 fresh basil leaves. And that's it, and salt and pepper. So we're just gonna mix all this together. The mayonnaise, the mozzarella. I love mozzarella, you know, it's gonna kind of string, you know, when you cut it and it gets hot. And I've got a cup of cheddar. And let's see, seems like I sprinkled the green onions on top. Yep, you just layer the sliced tomatoes in the bottom of your pie.
Look how pretty those tomatoes are.
These tomatoes are beautiful. Did they come from Davis Produce?
Yes, ma'am.
That little Sherry and Randy, they are the sweetest little people, the most hard-working little people you have ever met. They work like dogs. They were.
And she handpicked those tomatoes for you.
Did she?
Of course.
I love you, Sherry, and your whole family. I just love all of y'all. All right, so we're gonna mix this up. And this mayonnaise with that cheese, so good. All right, so back to the tomatoes. You want to slice your tomatoes and then put them in a colander and you want to salt them because that salt is gonna pull out the water out of these tomatoes because you don't want your pie like soggy. So after they've drained in the cauliflower for a while, I always just put them on a paper towel, and you can see this paper towel is totally wet.
What are you doing it? You're draining it in what?
On paper towels.
When you said the cauliflower.
I said cauliflower.
You said cauliflower.
What the hell did I say?
I think you meant colander.
Oh, I did. I meant colander. I'm 73, damn it. So you put it in the cauliflower. Oh crap, I don't know what I'm saying. All right, so a little salt, a little pepper. Thank goodness y'all, Teresa and Eddie are here. with me in the kitchen to keep my words right. Oh gosh, it's hell. All right. Now for a little bit, you know, I almost think I think I'm gonna make like 2 layers. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this in there. And then I'm gonna start stacking my tomatoes again, because I want that stuff to get all through there. How many tomatoes did this call for, Teresa?
4.
Just 4. How many was that?
4.
Teresa plays right by the rules, so I'm sure it's 4. If it said 4, she's got 4. Alrighty. So there we go. Simple, simple, simple. All right, let's see. Then it says to layer the tomato slices, the basil, and the onion in the pie shell. So normally I just do like all my tomatoes and then stuff on top. But like I said, I'm very rarely do one recipe the same way every time, y'all. And I hope y'all are like that, because that way you can express yourself. You know, sometimes you feel like a nut and then sometimes you don't. Oh gosh, I ought to put nuts in this because I am feeling nutty today. So this is 10 basil leaves. And the rest of our cheesy mayonnaise. And our pie shell has been pre-baked, y'all. And you can see it's not overdone because we're still gonna have to bake this some more. So Teresa just lightly toasted this pie shell until
I have
it's
to give
ready.
Eddie credit for that.
Oh, Eddie did it.
Eddie was all about this.
These two members of our wacky team. They're both so smart and so good. Y'all need to give yourself a hand. Clapping. Well, oh, Eddie's slapping his face. I'll give y'all a hand. And a finger. You thought it was gonna be another finger, didn't you, Eddie? Okay. You know, if you wanted to, you could put bacon in this. It's just one of those recipes, y'all, so this is very basic. So you can pump this up any way you want to. I serve this, or I used to serve it. Gosh, I hadn't made it in a long time. But I would serve this on Friday or Saturday nights when we cook steaks. This just makes a wonderful, wonderful side dish. And I've also made it for brunches, for weddings and baby showers and things like that. It's just one of those dishes that can go just about any time, anywhere. And Jamie, my son, makes these a lot for their breakfast. He loves this for breakfast. All right, so you know what? I think I'm gonna put it on a little cookie sheet so it'll be easy for me to take out. All right, now let's see. It says we're gonna bake this for about 30 minutes or until it's lightly browned. So when it comes out, I'll show y'all an easy way to slice this pie. And I have a feeling y'all gonna know how to eat it. Okay, y'all, our tomato pie is out of the oven. And Eddie and Teresa wanted to come outside to eat our piece of pie because it's beautiful here, y'all. And this is not gonna last long. Savannah will be brutal before too long. In fact, I think it's supposed to start getting real hot this weekend, right, Teresa?
It's beach weather.
But yeah, I mean, we've got a breeze going and it's just fabulous. Kids are out there laying on their dock in the sun over there. I mean, it's just one of those perfect, beautiful days. You could get your tail burned up because with this breeze, you can't feel the sun burning you. So, oh, but what a beautiful day. All right, so there's something else that's beautiful too, and that's this tomato pie that I'm smelling. So I want to cut us a piece, and I'm gonna show you now. I love the fact that when I use a frozen pie crust, this makes it so easy. So I'm gonna take out my scissors and I'm gonna nip that to the bottom. And then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna nip that piece to the bottom. And I'm gonna just pull that down like that. And I don't have my little pie scooper thing, but maybe I can do it with the fork. But you know how that first piece of pie, to get it out, is so hard to do? By cutting that, I didn't go deep enough. By cutting that tin foil and laying it down, it helps us to get out that piece of pie a little bit easier. Oh, look at the cheese. Look at the, I told y'all that mozzarella was gonna do that. Okay, Teresa.
You don't have to
Go, girl.
Yum.
You ready, Eddie? I think that was a yes. What's the verdict, Teresa?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's the verdict.
This is by far one of my favorite recipes.
It is just so good. It's good right by itself. I sure did need the pie scraper, Eddie. Sorry about your piece. Get that back underneath there, or I'll eat the ugly piece. It's finger licking good, y'all. So a little tiny piece for me. And after you get that first piece out, y'all, there, Eddie, eat it while it's hot. After you get, oh, it's hard for him to eat and hold the camera up, isn't it? You want me to feed it to you? No. So once you get that first piece of pie or two out, then you don't have to do any more cutting. Won't get every drop of what's mine. Listen to the birds. They ain't getting none of my pie, y'all. You gotta try it. If you've never had it, it's delicious.